They called us Plebz.
Plebz. We turn knowledge into power. This is the Plebz Roost channel, where underdogs rise.
In a world where knowledge is power and confidence is key, we rise from the depths of adversity.
Started from the bottom, just a pleb on the chain. No fame, no gain, just struggle and strain. But I studied the code, learned to ride the wave. Crypto taught me how to build and how to brave. From the ashes of doubt, I mine my worth. While the world tried to crash me, I found rebirth. Bitcoin in my brain, blockchain in my soul. Now I move with precision, eyes on the goal.
They said I was broke, just a pleb in disguise. But I stacked my sats and I opened my eyes. From rug pulls to riches, I walk through the fire. With knowledge and confidence, I'm rising high.
I ain't chasing Lambo dreams, I'm chasing the truth. Reading white papers like scriptures in the booth. Self-custody, mind state, defy my path. Turn my pain into purpose, my scars into math. This is for the plebs, the ones they overlooked. Build it slow and steady while the whales got shook. We meant our own fate, no need for the gate. Crypto's the key, and plebs don't wait.
They said I was broke, just a pleb in disguise. But I stacked my sats and I opened my eyes. From rug pulls to riches, I walk through the fire. With knowledge and confidence, I'm rising high.
Welcome back to the Crypto Plebs channel. I know you guys were digging that fire intro. Shout out to The Way I Collect for hooking me up with that fire intro. I'm going to leave her socials below. Guys, make sure you guys give them a follow. Man, I really appreciate it. It got me so hyped up that I had to do a video today just to go ahead and show it off. But we have a lot of news to go over, guys. I think we got Bitcoin getting ready to re-challenge the all-time high. We've been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, guys. You know, I didn't think it was going to happen this fast. But we've been calling for a new all-time high before July. So here we are, guys. We have so much stuff that's happening in the markets. Texas is getting ready to pass their Bitcoin reserve. It's on the final phase. This is most likely about 90% chance of going to start happening. You have other states that are doing it as well. We have the stable coin bill that passed. It just needs to go up before the House and then get signed off on Trump. Guys, we're headed into this new era of digital finance, guys. Look, I know a lot of people are still concerned about altcoins, but you just got to remember the hierarchy. It's Bitcoin, ETH, and then all these other altcoins in this, little cascade effect. I know that, a lot of people are kind of sour-pussed a little bit, about, it's just Bitcoin that's pumping right now, guys. Look, again, Bitcoin is the daddy. This is the way it goes. We should be happy that crypto is getting the adoption that we needed to get. So let's not get too tribalistic and too maximalist, guys. Look, at the end of the day, I think every altcoin, is going to have its time in the sun. We just got to make sure that we're ready and play our positions and just support one another, guys. I see a whole lot of tribalistic stuff that's happening right now. You got the whole Ripple side going against the Bitcoin side, and you got the Bitcoin side going against the Ripple side. There's been some news about Brad Garlinghouse getting shot down from Senator Loomis and all kinds of stuff like this, guys. You know what? Look, I get it. Some of the things that the Trump administration does and a lot of these, politicians do, it's a little screwed up. But look, crypto, and especially cryptos like XRP, are going to be just fine, guys. Look, they're actually trying to acquire, Square and not Square. They're trying to get Circle, the whole stable coin USDC. So, these guys got some big paper. Rather if this is a good thing for crypto, I'm not sure, but XRP is most definitely going to be making some moves. So let's just not get too tribalistic. At the end of the day, guys, look, let crypto do its thing. Just enjoy the ride, and let's get into these cryptos real quick. First and foremost, we need to talk about Pith, guys. This was a play that we called out a while back. Since then it's took about a 40% tumble down, but just before you guys start getting cranky and stuff like that, I want you guys to remember when we first called it out here in Plebs, we called it out here at 12 cents. And we even called it down here, even the lower 11 cents. So if you were doing what you had to do and following us the whole way through, you'd be up 80%. Now, there's some people there that took some profits there. And if you did, that's a good thing that you did, because there's been a lot of stuff that's been happening over the weekend with Pith. They've had some unlocks. Usually, when it comes down to unlocks, these can be somewhat bearish. Not all the time. That means the price goes down. Like the last time Pith had an unlock around last year, the price actually pumped. So it just depends on the demand. If there's demand for the token at the time, it doesn't really matter. Unfortunately, there was some network issues with Pith. Had some issues with stable coins and stuff like that caused the network to go down for a while. And unfortunately, with the combination of this whole credit situation, it just caused a cascade of trouble, which resulted in about a 40% pullback. And I get it, it sucks, but I think we're right back to where we started off at. So should you get rid of the token if you've already bought in around here at this areas or whatever? I wouldn't. Right now the token's around 19 on an RSI. Look, that would be very unwise. I've gave out a couple messages to people in the Discords. I told them, hey, look, I personally think that's unwise, but you got to do what you got to do. How much lower can this token go? Well, it's already down 90% from its all-time high. I think that would be very foolish to get rid of it. I think if anything, if you want to de-risk from it, do what you do. I'm still in the token. I unfortunately have been round tripping this all the way through. Hey, I'm not perfect, but I refuse to sell things at a loss, especially at this point of the state of the market. So I'm holding, guys. Look, I'm looking for Pith to at least get back to 35 to 40 cents, and then we can talk from there. But I refuse to sell at a loss. I will not sell at a loss. It's zero hero here at Plebs. So you guys do what you got to do, but I'm rocking with Pith. I think it's going to do just fine. It's an Oracle token. Is it as strong as Chainlink? I don't think so, especially with Chainlink doing all these big moves with, Solana, and then they just had another partnership with Jupiter. It's kind of making it a little bit hard for Pith, but I think at the end of the day, they'll figure it out, and we'll hopefully see some price movements in the future, okay? Next, we talked about parcels last video. Since then, it's came down a little bit around here, close to the 1150 zone. It hit our buy areas. I went ahead and took some positions here. I bought about 10,000 tokens. Guys, I'm not really sold that we're going to come down here to this 10 cents or even down here sub below. So I've already head and started buying some tokens. If you guys get to watch this tonight, you guys do what you need to do. DCA in there. It's holding that 12-cent zone. It's up almost 3x from the bottom, so keep that in mind, guys. But we are still looking for, parcels to hit back up into this 30, 40, 50, 60 cents again. That's just me. That's what I'm doing. And then, so make your moves quickly, guys. Then we got Aerodrome. Guys, I picked up some Aerodrome today. I gave an announcement here in both Discords, in the KGU and Plebs Discord. The buy area was around 61 cents. We scooped up here. I have a good amount of arrow that I bought down here at this low right here at 50 cents. And then I bought more even at that 40-cent zone. So I'm sitting really heavy. Again, guys, if you're in the Discords, you know what my price predictions are. If you guys are not in any of the Discords that I'm in, then you need to sign up for the KGU family, or you can sign up, either or, it doesn't matter. And you can get with the family and we can help you out to get you those levels in, guys. And that's what the whole point of joining a family, guys, is making sure that you get these price targets. Don't be lacking out here in these crypto streets, because, guys, all these other YouTubers are going to tell you that Aerodrome's going to $10, $15, $20. And over here, we're giving some realistic price targets, guys. So, Aerodrome's going to do just fine. It's the number one DeFi on base network, but it's something that we have to stay up to date on it, guys. It's gone to its all-time high a few times, and could it go back up there again? Possibly, but we're looking for conservative exits. We want to make sure that we're not holding the bag, so make sure you guys are tapping in. And then we got Ethereum. We covered it last time, guys, but again, ETH has that love-hate relationship with me. It's getting ready to break out again. I think we're going to be heading up to this 2,700 again, guys. I'm looking for us to push up. I'm looking for this 3,000 Ethereum before the end of the month, guys. I'm saying it now. I think ETH is going to hit 3,100 by the end of the month. I bought some ETH. I've been buying ETH. I'm going to buy a little bit more right now. I'm not really concerned if we drop down more. If we drop down more, I'll buy more. But I'm going to start loading up right now again because I want to get back up here to this 3,500. And hopefully by July, we'll be here close to this 4,000. And we can assess if we're going to still continue to stay on this pony or not. But guys, look, I think the more we waste time, guys, the more we are putting ourselves in a position to lose money. I'm not telling everybody to FOMO in, but right now ETH is still at a good area to buy at, guys. It's $2,500. You know, if we're gonna be going to this $5,000 or $6,000 ETH, you know, it's the time is now. You know, I know that a lot of people are assuming that we may come down lower, but we have to move, guys. I think when rate cuts start coming down, that's probably going to be a topping signal. So you most definitely want to, make some quick decisions quickly. Okay, guys. And then we got Bitcoin again, guys. Look, it's gonna break this all-time high. I actually had called this a few weeks ago. There is a triple top on here. I've been letting all the discords know, but we still have the Bitcoin conference. We still have a lot of catalysts that are upcoming. So I don't think that we will be going down anytime soon. But this is one thing that I am worried about a little bit, guys. The targets of Bitcoin, I'm looking for at least $116,000 to $120,000 Bitcoin, and from there, regardless of where altcoins are, if we start getting there, I probably need to start de-risking a little bit, because when that drop does come, guys, oh help me Jesus, it's going to be brutal. We might get a nice 30% drop, which would probably take us back to this 80K zone, which is not bad. But if you can just imagine what that would be for altcoins, that would not be pretty. So like I said, I needed to make a video today, guys. I know I just did one a couple days ago, but I love to be on here and keep you guys informed. And then also too, I got a new intro and I wanted to show it off to you guys. And guys, also too, I'm gonna have a little bit of changes with the Discord and a little bit of changes with the channel, guys. I was having a person that was doing some SEOing for me, and I found out he was doing some stuff that he shouldn't be doing with my channel. So I'm not getting the engagements that I used to have. So a lot of this is going to be a little bit more organic. Remember, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm not really familiar with all this kind of stuff. So I'm looking for people that want to help Plebs grow and help it grow the right way. So if any of you guys know how to do any type of SEO work or any type of promotions or helping me get my channel out the right way, can you please DM me in the comment section or reach out to me? Any type of growth that you guys can do to help me grow my channel, I would really appreciate it. Just make sure you guys are legit and making sure that you guys are being reasonable, and we can come along for the ride. But like I said, guys, I just wanted to make this video for you guys and get it out quickly. If you guys can please share, leave me some comments, and let me know how everything's going. I'll see you guys in the next video.